few final words I want to share with you. And it's been a long day, and I know you're tired, but I just have to tell you how much I love you. Today, we talked about a message that has burned in my heart for 20 years. And I have searched and struggled and studied to try to understand this, first for myself and then for my family, and eventually for as many people as can and will listen. It is a lost, these are lost truths, and they must be restored. And it is up to us to band together and restore them. I had an experience a few years ago. I don't know if you've seen the movie God's Not Dead. I went and saw it in the theaters, and it's a good movie. It's a Christian movie, and it's all about a young man who shows up on college campus, and his professor is teaching evolution and is really trying to rob the students of their faith. He's making arguments against creationism and telling these students why they needed to deny a faith in God. And so it's an interesting journey. It's worth watching. But for me, the transformational moment came at the end of the movie. When it was all over and the credits began, I don't know why we hadn't stood up and started walking out yet. But before they played the credits, this came across the screen. God's Not Dead, the movie, was inspired by the following legal cases where university students and campus ministries were condemned for their faith. And for the next several minutes, dozens of these court cases scrolled across the screen, and I just lost it. And for the next few hours, I really struggled to get myself back together because faith is being so aggressively attacked. And I just want you to know that everything that I do and the fundamental mission of what we're trying to do here at the Mission Driven Mom and everything that we do is to build faith. The framework of natural law is such a strong foundation for building an unshakable faith. It reminds us that God has not left us alone, that He's given us a starting place to connect with Him. He's written His law on our heart, and He's given us a conscience with which to begin a journey. And then He gave us this free will that we get to use to decide how much we're going to cultivate and educate that conscience to connect with Him and let Him reveal His laws to us so that we can partner with Him in the missions that He has for us in our lives. Stephen Covey said, "When people live by their conscience, responding to the universal principles, their behavior echoes in everyone's souls. People instinctively feel trust and confidence toward them. This is the beginning of moral authority." And that is what each of you can do right now. You are so much more special and powerful and unique than you even know you are. You have so much ability to expand your center of influence and be a moral authority in the world. Leadership does not require position. It requires your obedience to your conscience to the highest level at which you can do that. I know you believe this, and that's why you're here. And so I hope, my prayer is that we will band together and that we will grow and that this will be an organization that teaches truth wherever it touches lives, that it elevates people, and that it makes them more likely to be servant leaders themselves. Thank you so much for being here. I love you dearly, and I hope we get to interact again.